Breaking news much closer to home out of the Iowa State House. Governor Kim Reynolds has just selected Republican Senator Chris Cournoyer as her new lieutenant governor. Cournoyer is from LeClaire in eastern Iowa. She'll fill former Lieutenant Governor Adam Gregg's seat. KCCI's chief political reporter Amanda Rooker is live at the State House this afternoon for us. And Amanda, does the governor's pick come as a surprise?
Well, Jody, I think it does. A lot of Republican insiders did not have Chris Cournoyer on their short list of who they were expecting the governor to pick, but she is getting a pretty rosy reception from members of her party, people saying it was a smart pick, others pointing to the fact that Reynolds has always championed females in power, and now for the first time in Iowa, both the governor and the lieutenant governor's seats will both be held by women, which is historic in Iowa. Another reason she's kind of getting a rosy reception, and there's been a lot of buzz in the State House, is people know her here. Chris Cournoyer has served in the Iowa Senate since 2019. Now she's next in line to be governor. If for some reason Reynolds was no longer able to serve, Reynolds says she would trust Cournoyer to lead the state.
I have complete confidence in her character, her judgment, and her ability. It's these same qualities that also make her ideally suited to serve as a member of my team. She's also a small business owner and an expert.
Reynolds also praised Cournoyer for her background in science and technology, work in education, and experience as a working mom of 4 kids. Cournoyer was a past president of the Pleasant Valley School Board and still actively works as a substitute teacher in eastern Iowa. She has a degree in computer science from the University of Texas. She also built her own business as a website designer. Here in the Iowa Senate, Cournoyer managed the bill that made Iowa the 6th state in the country to protect consumer data in law. She was also the chair of the Education Budget Committee and vice chair of the State Government Committee. Cournoyer says it's that experience that she'll pull from as Reynolds' new second in command.
Whether I'm programming software in the private sector, or in a classroom with students, or in a committee room crafting legislation, I'm there to do a job. The same is true in the role I'm taking today, which involves advancing the governor's agenda in any way I possibly can.
Another thing to watch here, if Reynolds does decide to run for re-election in 2026, Cournoyer would also be her running mate, so we'll be watching closely to see what Reynolds decides to do. In the meantime, there will be a special election in the Iowa Senate to fill Cournoyer's seat, although the governor's office has not confirmed when that special election would be. Live from the State House, Amanda Rooker, KCCI 8 News, Iowa's news leader.
Amanda, thank you for that report this afternoon.